everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got two cornerbacks who are confident and hope they get a chance to make a play. It's the Colts going up against the Jaguars. With that, let's head up the road to Jacksonville, Florida. Standing by our Brandon Guy and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. Tonight, on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Now on second down, this is Gore. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. Despite being 0-3, this Jags defense, they're improved. Charles, last year in 2015, they were 24th in yards allowed, 31st in points allowed. They're looking better.
Paul Posluszny's their leader and continues to be. He's played well in the league for a while. He had an interception during that stretch where they had a chance to get back and win the game. And Jalen Ramsey also tipped the ball that led to another interception. That pick is paying off well for Jacksonville. You're exactly right. Plenty of talent on that team. They're just trying to find a way to get a win.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
They only needed a yard, instead went backwards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Central Florida product, Blake Bortles, is ready to lead the Jaguars onto the field. And against the Ravens, Blake Bortles threw his 50th career touchdown pass, 24-38, 194 yards.
It wasn't that long ago when the Jacksonville Jaguars surprised the whole league and took Blake Bortles with the number 3 pick of the NFL draft. And he's living up to that lofty status. He's truly their leader on offense. And 50 touchdown passes in a short career, pretty well done.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And he finds Julius Thomas. And he's brought down after a good game. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Surveying the field. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. David Perry in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good. Because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And Street's got it complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
From the red zone now, Luck. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Throwing on third down, Luck. This will be caught at the 2. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Again, Luck. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The Jags' new signee from Denver, Malik Jackson, in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Backing up. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Second and 10, Luck again. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Philip Dorsett as the first half is winding down. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
To throw, it's Bortles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Play fake to Gore. It's Luck. Deep drop. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. A man who missed his entire rookie season, Dante Fowler. Able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So put another 3 on the board. And all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now it's Luck. Wide open receiver complete.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
This situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Luck will try and throw for it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off, down the numbers. There he goes. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. On play action, now Bortles. And he finds Julius Thomas. And he's brought down after a good game. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards. Another pistol look here. Now Bortles. He's got time. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Again, it's Bortles. That's Hearns. He's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Hearns from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. So Luck down to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Jacksonville, good night, everybody.